Good evening, Otherworldlies. This is Queen Juliana, your Dark Mask Diva. I would like to talk about personality traits of successful people. All right, I'm sitting here feeling very cozy tonight with my blanket. Okay, so I'd like to talk about these successful people and their traits. Here is one trait that they have. They have a clear vision, okay? To have a clear vision, you must have a goal and a purpose, all right? It's impossible to get specific results when you have an undefined expectation, okay? So you need to figure out what your expectation is with the goal and the purpose. You need to figure out what it is exactly that you want out of your goal and your purpose. What is it that you want? Don't say, we'll figure it out when we get there. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Whatever happens, happens. No, you need an actual goal, a purpose. What is it exactly that you want? Okay, so you need to specifically figure out what it is, have a timeline. All right, define exactly what it is that you want. Live with purpose. Okay, have the focus be on that particular thing. All right, it needs to be defined. It can't just be, well, I sort of want this at around this time, this window of time. No, it needs to be this time, this particular thing, and you need to be mindful. All right, so it can't just be something that's just sort of sketchy, just sort of this, sort of that. No, it needs to be particular. All right, you need to want something by a particular time. All right, so the feeling of purpose propels the individual to perseverance. All right, when you want a particular thing, you are going to persevere towards it because you will be focused on a particular thing, and that's why. All right, okay, possesses authentic confidence gained from real life experience. Okay, nothing is going to give you confidence like experiencing success. Once you start experiencing success, you are going to be hungry for that experience to increase. All right, the more success that you experience, the hungrier you are going to get from it, and the more of that you get, the higher your confidence is going to build. Okay, you are going to be fulfilling your purpose, and you are going to start feeling better about yourself. You are going to start feeling more authentic. You are going to start building more of your identity from getting confidence from that experience, from being successful. Okay, it's just only going to reinforce that positivity that you can do things. Okay, so you are going to develop an unrivaled level of knowledge and skill in that area. Okay, financial success is a byproduct of contributions. All right, what do you have to offer? All right, is it knowledge? Is it the fact that you are willing to work harder than other people? Is it the fact that you're willing to show up early, stay late, that kind of thing? I mean, is it that you have more patience than other people? Do you have more tenacity than other people? Is it just that you want it more than everybody else? I mean, what is it that you're bringing? I mean, you have a contribution to make. So the financial success is the contribution, and basically it takes money to make money. All right, that's kind of what I got out of these notes when I was taking them. Oops, the phone has a mind of its own tonight. Sorry about that. All right, these personality traits of successful people, these traits, they radiate positivity and tenacity. All right, these people that they have this energy about them, the confidence of them radiating the positivity and tenacity. Okay, who doesn't like to be around people like that? Like, you think those kind of people are go-getters, right? We like those kind of people. Like, wow, they have a good attitude and they seem like they're going to get things done. I mean, we like those kind of people. Like, wow, it's hard not to have confidence in people like that. They're positive, they're tenacious, they're like, well, if anyone's going to get it done, it's that particular person. You can't help but have confidence in somebody like that. They're optimistic because the success is theirs. They see it. They're visionaries, and they can actually see the success. Okay. Another thing about them, they're adaptable. Okay, which means they are not stubborn. If you're adaptable, that is a sign of high intelligence. If you're adaptable, that's basic Darwinism. That means, you are going to survive. Adaptability is survival. Okay, so you are going to always suit your environment. You are always going to be able to go where the success is. You are always going to be able to expand yourself. You are always going to be able to roll with the punches, and you're not going to crumble if something goes wrong. You are going to be able to solve a problem. Okay, so that's being adaptable. You're not stubborn. You're not going to get upset when something goes wrong. You are going to be able to adapt to whatever comes along, and you're going to be able to turn it into something good, right? So you need to be adaptable. Basically, being adaptable has to do with survival. All right, and that's what you have to be any kind of successful person in society. All right, being adaptable, that's part of evolution. So that's a successful trait. All right, great at time management. All right, there's a link between time and energy. Okay, we only have so much energy to expend. Okay, we're human beings. Okay, and at some point, everybody has different life force. We all have a different level of energy. At a certain point in the evening that you're going to be tired and you're going to want to go to bed. That you only have so much energy, so you're going to have to manage your time, because you're not going to have the energy to do everything there is to do. There are people that just are not very socially intelligent, and they overcommit themselves. They don't have the time, energy, and focus to do the multitasking they think they can do. Okay, they're not realistic. They do not have good time management skills. There's always something that gets neglected. All right, some people, I feel that to try to juggle everything and to try to fit everything into the schedule is simply not realistic. Okay, multitasking is really bad for your mind. It actually causes brain damage. And I say that in a lot of my content because it's not a very well-known fact. So if you can learn it from my show, I would feel really good about that, if I could spread the word and let people know that multitasking simply is not good for you, okay? Because you never quite complete the task, because it's virtually impossible, and a lot of people just don't realize that. All right, so you need to have time management where you're actually literally focused on one thing at a time, where you can complete the task, okay? And you can give one person your complete focus and attention, one task your complete focus and attention, okay? People teach people how to interact with them by punctuality, all right? And by mandating firm beginning and ending times, okay? So making sure that if that person is taking up too much of your time, you have that boundary there by saying, okay, I really need us to stop what we're doing because I need to go do this now. Some people will try to keep you talking, okay, because for whatever reason, they don't have an internal clock. They don't know when to stop talking. I've run into people where I have to tell them, I really need to go so I'm not going to be late. And they try to keep me talking, and I have to keep stopping them and telling them that I need to go. Okay, so that is having a boundary with people who want to keep talking. And it's okay to tell them, I can always catch up to you later. It's like, we're friends on Facebook, you have my number, talk to so and so, we can get together later, we can always do this another time. It's okay to tell people that you can see them another time, and explain that you don't want to be late to whatever appointment you're going to, that I can always talk to you later, like, I like you, but now is not the time to talk. I'm on my way to go do whatever. Some people just don't, it's not that they necessarily are trying to disrespect your time. They just don't have the same internal clock that you do. They're not in the same kind of hurry that you are. They don't respect time and being on time the way that you do, okay? And they don't have the same level of discipline than you do. So you are going to have to keep telling them, I really do need to go. Okay, and this may be somebody you really like, and you're going to have to tell them, I really do need to go now. You're going to have to be a clear communicator. All right, that is a very successful thing to be. You don't have to be mean about it, but just keep in mind that people like that, you're going to have to be around them when you don't have any other pressing engagements, because some people just don't have that internal structure, and you're going to have to keep establishing firm boundaries with certain people, okay? Convey ideas to succeed at goals. All right, so you will have to explain things to people sometimes. Okay, you will have to be able to explain ideas to people. Some people are not visionaries. All right, some people don't have the same kind of imagination. So you will have to explain things to people. You will have to be able to use metaphors. You will have to be able to tell stories. You will have to be able to draw pictures. You will have to be able to draw graphs, okay? Because some people don't understand things unless you draw a picture. Some people don't understand things unless you make it a metaphor, okay? Some people won't understand things unless you compare it to a person or an animal or something like that. They don't understand things unless you relate it to something that has happened in history, okay? They are not going to understand it unless you liken it to something, okay? And maybe it is just an idea, and maybe you have to just say it's an idea so they are not scared by it. Some people don't understand the difference between ideas and absolutes, all right? And some people simply don't understand things until they come to fruition, all right? And if they don't understand it, maybe you need to move on to the next person who understands your vision, okay? If the first one doesn't want to cooperate. Okay, self-confidence. You absolutely must have it, okay? Not everybody has confidence. Okay, and low self-esteem is a disability. It truly is a disability. People with low self-esteem are toxic to themselves. Okay, they stop themselves in their tracks. They self-sabotage. All right, they sabotage their relationships. They sabotage themselves at work. They sabotage those around them. Okay, people with low self-esteem are toxic to other people. Okay, but they're their own worst enemy. Okay, so everything that they're doing to you, they're doing 10 times worse to themselves. So if you have someone with low self-esteem in your life and they're giving you a hard time, trust me, they are doing worse to themselves. Okay, they hate themselves. So I really just you'll have to try to avoid them, but they really are punishing themselves. I'm just letting you know. They're just living in a world of hurt, okay? I'm not saying you need to feel sorry for them and make special allowances for them. The best thing you can do is stay away from them, but people with low self-esteem, they're hurting themselves. So the best thing you could do is be self-confident, okay? So you give esteem to yourself. You do not seek outside validation. You give esteem to yourself, and that is by taking calculated risks, by doing things for yourself, okay, and by affirming yourself, okay. You can't get self-confidence from other people. You give it to yourself. You decide that you like yourself, okay? Self-confident people feel like they deserve their achievements. All right, and when you achieve something, it's okay to pat yourself on the back. You don't go around boasting about things. You don't go around making people dislike you, but own it. Say, yeah, I really did that. I really did that. I absolutely did that. And own it, and be proud of what you've done. Okay. They keep their eye out for indicators of poor self-esteem. Okay. Self-esteem is a choice. It is absolutely a choice. So when you see these people with poor self-esteem saying they can't help it, self-esteem is a choice. Okay, so you seek out people who are going to affirm your self-worth, and you avoid people who are going to detract from your self-worth. Okay, so if you figure out somebody is some kind of narcissist or something, what do you do when you're intelligent? You stay away from the narcissist, right? You figure out how to put up boundaries and that kind of thing, so you repel people like that, all right? And you stay away from them once you find out that they're toxic. And I talk about how to get away from those kind of people on my show. I talk about how to stop being a doormat. I talk about how to put up boundaries. I talk about boundaries all the time. We want to get away from these kinds of people, okay? Because what they want to do is they want to chip away your self-esteem. So what we want to do is we want to repel these people. We want to not be a doormat. We want to be a little less empathic because we don't want them around us, okay? So we want to, if you are too empathic, we want to be empathic enough to be human beings, but we don't want to be too empathic because that attracts them, okay? So self-esteem is a choice, and keeping an eye out for indicators of poor self-esteem. If you see poor self-esteem in yourself, you need to figure out how to like yourself and do it, okay? So you probably have a bunch of AHs in your life, and you need to get rid of them, okay? You have a bunch of detractors in your life, and you need to get away from the bad people, okay? And you need to start saying positive things to yourself, and you need to start pursuing experiences that are going to make you feel better about yourself, all right? You want to take concrete steps towards goals. That's what successful people do, okay? And this is more action and less thinking. And I know you're like, what? I thought intelligent people think. Yeah, intelligent people do think. But if you want to be successful, you don't want to be stuck in the thinking stage, okay? If you want to be successful, you want to be in the acting stage. All right, you want to have a well thought out strategy, but successful people are more doers than they are thinkers. I know that might not make sense, but successful people are doers. They get up and they consistently do. Every day they do a little bit each day, okay? That's what makes you more of a success, is doing something consistently every single day, okay? It's not doing one big thing and taking one big leap, okay? It's small, consistent, good things every day where you're doing, okay? You're not sitting around thinking about things, okay? Too much sitting around thinking about things makes you idle, okay? If you're just sitting around and being a thinker, you're not moving, you're not going towards a goal. It's just still stuck in your head, and it's not doing anybody any good, especially you. You're just sitting there being a smart person for no reason, okay? So what you want to do is you want to take action. Okay, so even if you're taking action and nothing happened, at least you learned, you had a learning experience, okay? So that made you smarter. So you just need to consistently be doing things all the time, okay? So and you're gonna get smarter no matter what, okay? So that's successful people are doers, okay? Successful people. A lot of smart people are not successful. You know why? Because they think too much. The successful people are the doers, the workers, people that do, okay? So that's what that's all about. Learn from mistakes. Okay. People who are successful have made a lot of mistakes. And you know why? Because they learn from them. But it's because they are doers. Like I said, they're doing, okay? Don't be preoccupied with the next step. Do you know why? That's because you're going to give yourself anxiety. Do not ever be preoccupied with anything, okay? That is going to cripple you. It's going to cripple you with anxiety. It's going to cripple you with fear. It's going to keep you back from your purpose. So do not ever be preoccupied with quote unquote the next step. All right, what you're going to want to do is trust your instincts. Okay, we all have instincts. We all have God-given instincts. But what a lot of us were told not to do is not to trust our instincts by people who are trying to dominate us. All right, so what you want to do is we all have a gut instinct. So what we want to do is trust our instincts. Now, if you have a hard time doing that, what you want to do is learn how to meditate, because that's going to get you in touch with your gut instinct. Okay, so that's going to quiet your mind, and that's going to get you in touch with that part of yourself that you need to have to focus. Okay, so you're going to want to learn to meditate. Okay, well-rounded and balanced people cultivate meaningful connections. All right, so it's not what you know, it's who you know. So these well-balanced people, these successful people know the right people. All right, they know a lot of people and they know the right people. Okay, so it's really not that they know so many people, it's just that they know the right people. Okay, that's you need to know people who are going to help open doors for you, who are going to do favors for you, okay? And you need to be able to do nice things for them too. But you need to be able to have people do things for you, okay? Because to be successful, you need help from other people, all right? You need other people doing things for you. You can't do everything for yourself. You're foolish if you think that you can do everything for yourself. You need other people to do things for you sometimes, okay? You need other people to help you up the ladder, all right? That's part of being successful, because there's always someone higher than you who can help you up, okay? And that's part of being successful. Okay, be an everyday superhero. Okay, part of this is behaving ethically. Okay, you guys know what ethics are, right? That is doing the right thing. Now, you may have grown up during the 80s where everyone's like, it's a dog-eat-dog world, and everybody needs to just push everybody out of the way to get ahead. Okay, I grew up then, and that's how people used to talk. How, everyone needs to be a shark and push everyone out of the way. And no, that's actually that's just how people used to talk back in those days. Okay, and that was really stupid. But that's not the way to do things. All right, because you can have some bad karma that way, but it's actually really poor advice. All right, they think that was a fast track to success, but it's actually extremely poor advice. You want to behave ethically, all right? You want to do the right thing, because when you do something bad, you end up paying for it later. So why don't you just do the right thing so you can attract good, okay? You want to put good into the universe and get good back, all right? That's basically what you want to do. Here's another thing. You want to be an active listener, okay? You don't wait for your turn to talk in a conversation. You want to listen to what people say, actually listen to what people say. Repeat back to them what they said to you, and then say, I want to make sure I understand what you meant. Did you mean this? And then talk to them about what they said to you. Have some meaningful dialogue back and forth about what they said, okay? It's really important. I mean, because once you do that, they're going to be like, wow, this person really actually cares about what I had to say. That's going to set you apart from other people, because most people are just waiting for their turn to talk. Most people don't really care about what other people have to say because we've just cultivated this culture of selfishness. Okay, most people are just being jerks lately. I mean, most people just really don't care, and so be one of the few people that cares, and you will be the standout. And that's what you want to be in society right now, is a standout, because you're going to be the person that everybody wants to deal with because of this. Okay, you're going to be special. Now I'm going to talk about 3 traits that make people judge you. Okay. And the reason I'm going to do this is because this has a lot to do with you being successful. And this is, when I say this, you're going to go, yeah, you're right. She's absolutely right. And this is like stuff that people don't really talk about, but it's true. The last one is going to be something I've already talked about, but these first 2 are going to, it's going to resonate with you. First of all, traits that people judge you, your teeth. Have you ever looked at somebody's teeth and automatically judged them for their teeth? Whether their teeth were straight or white or missing or crooked or whatever their teeth were yellow, whatever their teeth were, you were judging these people for their teeth, right? Because when people grind their teeth or their teeth don't look like they've been taken care of very well, you or somebody does not have teeth for whatever reason, you automatically judge that person for the condition of their teeth. Okay, because somebody's teeth has a lot to do with their health. It has to do with whether the person has anxiety, whether the person is sick. Okay, it indicates the person's age. It just indicates the person's overall health. And we judge people by their teeth. We judge them by their socioeconomic status, by their teeth, whether they have nice teeth or not. We judge everybody by their looks, whether somebody is good looking or not. Okay, and we're judging people. Somebody's teeth can make them good looking or not. I'm just saying. I've had a lot of work done on my teeth because I want my teeth to look nice, and I know people judge you on your teeth. So I've had a lot of work done on my teeth, because I want good teeth, okay? I had braces when I was a teenager, and I've just had a whole lot of work done on my teeth. Your grammar. I will admit, I've talked to people, and as soon as they started having poor grammar, I've immediately judged them for their poor grammar. And I've just been like, okay, this person, in my mind, their level of class just immediately dropped in my mind. All right. I just thought that they did not have any class because their grammar was so poor. All right. I would see them at a desk job and they would start speaking with poor grammar, and I'm thinking, how did they get this desk job talking like this? I would just, wonder if they were some kind of mercy hire or something like that. I mean, I would just hear their grammar, and their grammar was so poor, and I would immediately downgrade them in my mind. Their grammar was bad. I mean, that was something that we always stressed in my family, that we spoke properly. And people, everybody does it. Everybody judges you by your grammar, okay? And sometimes you can have poor grammar and walk away, and people in the group will start making fun of you if you have poor grammar. It doesn't matter what race you are. It doesn't matter what age you are. People will be like, I can't believe the way they talk, and just just say whatever about you. I mean, because your grammar is really poor, and it's not because you use a lot of slang or anything like that. It's just your grammar is poor. Okay, the way that you talk is bad. I would just really learn to spell better. Learn to speak better. I know the way that I speak is not perfect, but just your parts of speech need to be on par. Okay, when you're speaking to somebody, especially if you're at work. All right. Your confidence. What was I saying before about low self-esteem being a disability? It absolutely is, and I will always insist upon it. If somebody has low self-esteem, that is something that you absolutely need to work on. You really need to put some work into liking yourself better. That's because low self-esteem really is a disability. Your confidence, being confident makes you attractive. Being unconfident makes you unattractive. Low self-esteem repels other people. It's like you can just see yourself drawing people in with your energy when you like yourself. When you're like yourself, it makes other people like you, because they figure there must be a reason you like yourself. And if you don't like yourself, people figure there's probably a reason you don't like yourself. Okay, and there are plenty of people that they have plenty to offer, but they just don't like themselves for a reason. And, maybe it's the way they were raised, or, just the way they grew up, and somebody did a number on their head, but, something awful happened to them, and so they have low self-esteem. But it's just the fact that they are putting that energy out, so they are getting that energy back. And it attracts more poor treatment from other people. So what you need to do if you have low self-esteem is you need to go get some help, and you need to figure out how to get higher self-esteem. Okay, it absolutely is a choice, like what I said before. So that is that really is very, very important. Okay, so I hope these tips on thinking successfully and appearing successfully were helpful. All right. This has been Queen Juliana, your Dark Mask Diva, and I hope you all have a very beautiful day.